Hello and welcome back to Bloodborne Part 22. And in this part, we are getting blood.
So the tiny music box no longer actually serves any form of purpose, right?
That is correct. The tiny music box is just garbage at this point.
Does it contain another blood gem?
Nope.
No.
I wonder if there would be like an endgame character who would say, "Here, you have a tiny music box. I'm a tiny music box alchemist."
Actually, they would be a machinist, but go on.
You see, there are properties that I bet you would have never guessed in 100 years were locked in the tiny music box this whole time. I will reveal them to you now.
In exchange for like 400 ritual blood.
400 ritual blood. We have acquired the song of Tinky Tink Tinky. Tinky Tink Tink. Use it well, warrior. Dang it, I missed.
What it does is it increases your movement speed and attack damage by 50% for 2 minutes.
It's quite tinky, isn't it? I think you will enjoy this.
Yeah, man.
I hope that you will remember me on the second playthrough.
Now, does New Game Plus actually change any NPC dialogue?
No, actually. Which I guess is keeping in theme with the game. The theme is this: you repeat the same nightmare day and night over and over and over again, changing only the bosses and maybe what time of day it is.
Okay.
But is there anything particularly different in New Game Plus? Oh, New Game Plus, the rest of the game is higher difficulty. The Chalice dungeons, however, have a constant difficulty that do not respond to New Game Plus.
All right.
So every time,
I mean,
yes,
that's kind of how bonus dungeons tend to work in action RPGs.
I am glad that you are aware that was a trope and not I. But yes, every time you spawn a level 1 dungeon, regardless of your New Game Plus level, it's a level 1 dungeon. Same for 2, 3, 4, and 5. But actually, difficulty 5 can be even more hazardous than New Game Plus 7.
Oh, that's right. It goes the Dark Souls route of, hey, you can clear the game over and over again, and each time you do it gets slightly harder.
Which is bullshit in this game, by the way. You can cap out the difficulty as early as your first game completion. I believe you have to be like a level 160 to max it out. That beast possessed soul just took out that dude.
That is because he used flamethrower in front of him, and because it's a conal attack, well, he hit someone else.
Fire bad.
And then his body decided to face through the floor, and it's gone.
He's super dead. You ain't seeing him no more.
He has entered the banished zone.
We have opened the code in the Matrix. Neo, the time has come now to strike.
You know, that's something that the Matrix didn't actually play around with all that much. Although it did show source code, it didn't actually bother show a character models phasing through objects.
Yeah, Matrix 1, probably not. Except, actually, I'd say the only instance of object merge is when Neo, like, physically hacked into Agent Smith in order to destroy him from inside.
Yeah, but that wasn't actually, clipping. That was actual possession.
Oh, yeah. He fucked him up good. And then in the Matrix Reloaded, he does have to reach into Trinity's body to pull out a bullet.
But again, that's not clipping. That's him using God mode.
And it was off screen. I mean, it was on screen during computer vision, but not for real life. That totally happened vision.
Well, it did totally happen, at least to Trinity. She actually felt all that.
And it felt awesome. Come at me, Torchman. Ow.
Well, he's not wearing a torch. He's just got a superheated piece of metal.
Ow.
And he's stabbing you with it, despite the fact that it's a blunt object.
God damn it, the reach. Oh, the Reach. It will teach.
I kind of hope not, because if the Reach come into this game, I'm gone, man. There's no reason that the Reach should be in this game.
Oh, here's a neat little exploit. When you use the Bold Hunter's Mark, it refills your health. So I got Emergency Quicksilver right before I used the Bold Hunter's Mark, so now I have 5 extra bullets and full health.
Okay.
I highly recommend you guys do the same. Use well your invincibility frames. You have invincibility frames while opening doors for some reason.
Another treasure room?
Oh, I wonder what's at
Oh
the
no,
end of
no,
this.
that's right. We didn't actually go into. We didn't actually find the sarcophagus yet.
I'm going to turn back around there because I just can't. I just can't right now. My brain. But what could this be?
Well, this is the third level, layer. So, the beast possessed soul.
Oh. You are exactly the same size as the guy that I just killed earlier. Ow. He has bite. He has fight.
Yeah, he loses almost half his health from a single visceral attack.
It's okay. He's a difficulty 1 boss. It's not his fault. He has Fire Punch. He is effectively Beast Magmar. God.
No, he'd be Beast Flareon because he specializes in physical attack, making him fucking terrible.
He's got him. Didum. 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 Yes.
More bloodstones.
This is
gemstones.
Okay, I admit to spending way too much time in the Chalice Dungeon. I admit to not editing out things I should have edited out. But for all intents and purposes, I could have just skipped this boss. I did not in any way have to fight this boss because this is the end of the Chalice route. That's the dead boss over there. I got a fucking bloodstone. I mean, I'm sorry, a blood gem for doing that, which is probably going to become obsolete in a few levels. And yeah, welcome to the Chalice Dungeon.
Now, so what's new in the world of Cloud?
What's new in the world of Cloud is that I am really looking forward to watching Genketsuo now that you reminded me that it adapts the Count of Monte Cristo, which I'm reading right now.
How far into Count are you?
Well, I told you that the part I'm at is that Edmond Dantes just found out 14 years after the fact that his father is in fact dead.
Okay.
As he was in prison at the Chateau d'If for 14 years. He's found the treasure of yes, oh god, yes, and he is just slowly feeling out the world as he's returning to it for the first time.
Okay. You didn't loot the corpse.
Dad, do it.
There.
You did it. Now,
Whereas for me, I have finally finished La Mulana, the remake. I've been ready to finish that game for almost a year now, but during my last playthrough, I got to Mother, and I just couldn't put myself to go all the way through it, so I restarted last week. And I played through the first 4 bosses in one sitting. Seriously, I know the first 4 bosses of the game well enough to know pretty much the exact path that I wanted to run. And I ended up beating the game about a full hour before DC finished during his LP.
But he LP'd that blind though, didn't he?
No, he did not. He flat out refused to LP anything blind because the last time he tried to LP something blind, what was it? I honestly don't remember what it was. I think it may have actually been Hand of Fate, and with the save bug that he ended up getting hit with during updates, he put that down immediately after that happened.
Oh, damn.
So he never finished Hand of Fate.
What a way to get shut down. Glitches.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a glitch actually. It was a deliberate thing that happened during an update.
So they just took out everybody's save files?
Yeah, they took out everyone's concurrent run.
Was anybody even playing the fucking game after that happened?
I believe so, because a run in Hand of Fate only takes, about half an hour. But the run that he had, but the whole reason why DC got so pissed was because his run was going really damn well. He had saved himself a couple of rooms before the final boss encounter, and he likely would have won given how the last two times he had fought the dealer had went. And then the update happened, ate his save file. He tried to keep going on, but he said, "No, I don't want to do this anymore."
Yeah, because
so
it's fucked. The whole thing is botched. Like, here you've not only invested hours, you've invested strategy. You probably had a bunch of interesting shit happen on the way that you would have loved to keep.
Whoa! It was the current run. It wasn't like his entire save progress from the entire playthrough. Hand of Fate works on. You're familiar with the term roguelike, right?
I'm familiar by. Refresh my memory. What does roguelike mean?
Roguelike elements in the game are when permadeath is a thing, but you tend to gain permanent rewards for your next potential run. Roguelike games tend to focus on having long-term goals of slightly increasing your power over a great deal of time during each of your runs, as opposed to your long-term goals, making this particular playthrough your most successful.
Right.
So he didn't lose all of his save data. Matter of fact, he didn't lose pretty much any of his save data, but he did lose the current run that he was on, and he dropped it after that.
I bet he was thinking, what if this happens again?
It likely wouldn't have. He honestly only needed 2 more good runs, and he would have finished it. But that's another 4 to 8 parts, and he didn't want to do it because, well, he had already spent 30 parts on the game, and it's like he usually doesn't go any more than 40 parts, with the exceptions being La Mulana and. I think Sweet Home is slightly more than 40 parts, but that's because it's a Resident Evil 1 game without being called that.
So my question is, do you blame him?
Oh God, no. Being so pissed at the game that you just drop it forever and blame the developers. I'm that petty. I haven't actually. I don't remember any particular developers that I am that petty with at the moment, aside from Konami. But I'm pissed at Konami for plenty of other reasons, most of which don't actually directly involve my gaming experience.
Not even Duelist of the Roses.
Oh no, Duelist of the Roses is actually still pretty fun. I mean, sure, Pegasus is a bitch, but he's the hardest fight in the game, so I don't really have problems with that.
You can thank Konami.
And Duelist of the Roses has type disparity, but that was on the design team, not necessarily Konami themselves.
They had nothing to do with it. They just did it themselves. Freely. Stupidly. They knew not what they were doing.
More Cold Blood do.
Okay, we got blood. We gotta do. I'm fucking lost again. We are very close to the switch, I think. I think we're in a treasure room. See, I'm
pretty sure we're in a treasure room. I've been loosely paying attention because you should have made these boss montages, honestly, dude.
It eventually becomes a boss montage. I'm just.
The areas that we're exploring are actually rather interesting and gothic. I'll grant that, but the shit that we're doing in them it's been the same shit for the past 4 parts now.
Does not a breath of fresh air feel that much more liberating after you've been suffocated?
Sure, but that's because the sense of danger is officially passing, not because you experience significant or relief just from the breath of fresh air.
All right, there's something new. It's a pig pile. It's a pile of pigs. There.
Are we sure? I mean, it looks mostly just like oh no, there's a pig. Okay. Those are very large pigs.
Yeah, they look like. I don't want to go there. I know this is a game that puts "born" in the fucking name, but I'm not about to go there about pigs. All right, so we are in a treasure room because there's Fat Man guarding the sarcophagus. We don't even.
Yep.
The truth is, we don't even have to fight these guys. You get invincibility
Right.
frames while you're opening a lever and while you're opening a chest. You could be getting gang raped on all sides in all of your orifices simultaneously, but you could still probably get the item you need as long as you're willing to relinquish the blood echoes you leave behind. Yes.
And remember, you still have the Old Hunter's Bone to grant you invincibility during dashes.
Well, you always have invincibility during dashes. It's just the frequency of your dashes increases.
Alright, and what do we get from the sarcophagus?
The uncanny saw cleaver.
So is that an actual upgrade?
It is not. And the next part I will explain. Oh, I'm explaining it right now. Okay, you see the gem? You see the blood gem slots? Uncanny.
Oh, right. It doesn't have any
Normal
slots. I mean, it has a 14 additional base power, but since a lot of the power that you want ends up coming from blood gems later on in the game, that doesn't really help you.